Round 7 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Portugal at Águeda. It was a rain-soaked affair as well. Very, very interchangeable conditions. Lots of heavy rain throughout the course of the weekend. MX2 Race 1, and it was Liam Everts who grabbed that foxhole shot, his second of the season. He led Sasha Coonan down the first hill, but that lead would not last too long because a few corners later, he just folded the front end, and your winner here from last year was having to fight his way through traffic. He eventually came home in 11th. His teammate, Kai de Wolf, fell from second on the second lap, picked himself up, did not want to lose any more positions. He and Camden McClellan tagged bars. Oriol Oliver also fell. He would eventually come home somewhere down the order, but up front, Sasha Coonan, he led until that moment. That then allowed Adamo to go through. Final lap shenanigans between Langenfelder and de Wolf. Adamo went on to win race 1, his second win of the season. Langenfelder crossed the line second ahead of Kai de Wolf. Brunier came home in 4th ahead of Rick Elzinga. Then we had Vallant, Zanchi, Mikula, Valerio Latta, Braceras and the rest. MX2 Race 2, drier conditions. The crew on the track had time to prep most of it. Certainly the start straight was a little bit more forgiving, but the other side of the first hill, it wasn't. And guess what? Simon Langenfelder went down as he led the field towards turn 2. Andrea Adamo took over the lead. Sasha Coonan was right there again in second. Guillaume Perez was third. Coonan, though, quick to the lead, finding his way past the Italian on the opening lap. Kai de Wolf moved up into third on lap 4 as he found his way past the Spaniard Guillaume Perez, who eventually came home in 8th place. Just before the halfway mark, Adamo found good momentum, closed in on Coonan to take over the lead. From there, he was unchallenged. Coonan would come home in second position. De Wolf had a comfortable gap in third. Even when he fell, he would not lose any time. Simon Langenfelder battled hard for 4th place, but it was Adamo who won the qualifying race on Saturday. 2 wins on Sunday, the first time the Italian has ever done that. He's very much back in the championship as well. So your overall victory, Andrea Adamo going 1-1, De Wolf going 3-3, Langenfelder 2-4. Adamo picking up his 5th overall Grand Prix victory in his career. De Wolf leads the championship still, but that gap now 4 points. Adamo closing in. Just 10 points separate the first 3 as we head to Spain in Lugo 1 week from now. Adamo on the top step, De Wolf second, Langenfelder third. De Wolf still in red for now as we head to the next round.
It was amazing, no mistakes and good starts, especially yesterday where I put myself in a good position for today, which was really needed because especially in the first moto, conditions were crazy, but no, second moto action was not too bad.
In MXGP Race 1, all eyes over on the right-hand side. Lucas Coonan, gate 1, Roman Fevre on the number 3 Kawasaki, and Ruben Fernandez in there as well. Calvin Valana not too far behind them either on the number 10, but it was very, very wet, and it would only get worse before the race was done. Coonan led the way, just as he did in the qualifying race. Fernandez briefly down the inside of Fevre. Fevre just hanging on, though, in that second position. Brian Bogers found his way past Ruben Fernandez to move into third halfway round the opening lap. Wouldn't last long, though, because we'll see in a moment, Valandren making good ground. He lost a few positions early on, but he got himself up to 5th with that move on Guadagnini. This is what happened to Brian Bogers. Separated his shoulder as he climbed uphill. A few moments later, put it back in, remounted, came home in 18th place as Valandren ran into difficulties. Eventually, he came home in 12th place on his Monster and his Yamaha. But taking win number 4 of the season, his first of the day, Lucas Coonan edging out Roman Fevre and Ruben Fernandez. Pauls Jonas was next, and Maxime Renault ahead of Bonacorsi, Horgmo, Koldenhoff, and rounding out the top 10, we had Guadagnini and Jeffrey Hurlings. In the second MXGP race, once again, all eyes over to the inside gates. And it was again, just as he did in race 1, Lucas Coonan, his 4th foxhole shot of the campaign. Fevre right there with him again, so too Valandren and Fernandez. Pretty much deja vu, as it was in race one. And it was pretty static as well, this race. Koonin disappeared, kept himself a nice comfortable gap. Maxime Renault and both Jeremy Seewer had mistakes. Those two eventually would come home. 9 for Maxime Renault, 11 for Seewer. That was Renault tipping over at the top of the hill there. Jeffrey Hurlings found his way onto the rear wheel and passed Glenn Coldenoff just after the halfway mark. That put him up into 6th place, but a lap later, just at the end of that same straight, the bullet folded the front end. The Hoff went by. Hurlings would eventually come home in 7th behind the Fantic rider. As the reins fell in the last few laps, all eyes on this battle for the lead, but this was as close as it got for Romain Febvre, and in the end it was Lucas Koonin who, again, he won the qualifying race on Saturday, did another double, back-to-back doubles in consecutive rounds now for the rookie to the class, his 5th win of the season, edging out Romain Febvre, Ruben Fernandez, Calvin Verlanderen picking up 4th, ahead of Bonacorsi, Jonas, Coldenoff, Renault and Verlanderen. Romain Febvre leads the World Championship now, though. Lucas Koonin winning the overall Grand Prix, his 12th Grand Prix victory in his career. Febvre going 2-2, Fernandez 3-3. Good to see Fernandez on the podium for the first time this year. But Lucas Koonin on the top step here in Portugal. Romain Febvre back in red since 2021, the final round. Next round, Spain.
A really good weekend. Won the 3 motors. Didn't expect it coming in with the mud last year. I struggled a big time here, and yeah, just was hoping for a good start like I did. And Romain was pushing hard, so yeah, I was a bit nervous at one point. And then I don't know, last lap I think he made a mistake, so I didn't see him, and I relaxed a bit. I think that was the best lap of the whole motor for me.